you ever really wanted to apply for an opportunity to expand your social enterprise and cannot figure out exactly what to do about it? But then there are people around you who just keep winning and getting opportunities. They keep getting funded, they keep getting money, technical support and all of that for their businesses or for their social enterprises. And you just keep watching and using the word or the sentence, carry me along. How are you doing it? I need to what God has done for you, He will do for me too. You know, and sometimes they respond to you by saying what God cannot do does not exist. Sometimes they'll say it is God, though. Sometimes they tell you, you know, they just give you some kind of responses that you know are not helpful to you. Meanwhile, these people have the capacity and they have the information to give to you to help you build your business, but they don't share. This is called gatekeeping.
The blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus. What is that?
I call it witchcraft because as a social entrepreneur, if you are rising or growing alone, you're still not successful because you need an ecosystem to survive. You need an ecosystem of other social entrepreneurs who are doing amazing things just like you. People have to rub off on the other. So if you've come across people like this who are fond of gatekeeping, who don't tell you about the opportunities they have applied for and won, then you need to change your circle of friends.
There are people like that in the world, or some of you obviously know some of them.
So there's this guy I met in a particular program I went for. I went for that program at a time where I was just coming out from a bit of silence. You know, I had not been out there for some time. I was dealing with, you know, just life. And so I walked up to him and I said, I need your help. We work in similar sectors. And I know that I've been seeing your name on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram. You know, you've been winning awards, you've been getting funded, you've been getting technical support, you've been doing, you know, so much in this space. And I really need you to give me a list of organizations that have supported you in recent times. Please let me have them and I will do my best to do my research. I will ask you questions for support, but I just really need to apply for these opportunities so I can put myself together. I can, you know, help my business further. And you know what? This guy sat me down. We were traveling somewhere and he said, let's sit together and coach. It was like a 2-hour trip. And throughout that trip, this guy was giving me a list of organizations that had either given him, you know, financial or technical support or even, you know, a platform to be visible. And he gave me a list of them. And as he gave me a list of these organizations, he told me the ones that were difficult for him to get. He even told me the ones that he didn't get and told me the ones he was successful at. And I was just really very grateful because these are the kind of things I do for social entrepreneurs in my space as well. If you work closely with me or if you've come to me for support, I realize that if I'm able to offer the kind of support you're asking for, like provide organizations that may be possible funders for your organization, then I will give them to you. Sometimes I even, you know, advise on you're not visible enough, you're not showing that you're eligible enough. And that's why I've gone this far to even create content like this on YouTube, on social media, to make sure that I put this information out there, just because, look, the ecosystem of startups is very important to every individual who is in business. And if you are a gatekeeper because you think that if you tell people about the opportunities you are applying for or that you have applied for, that, you know, you won't win, that's a lie. In fact, if you tell people, there is a high chance that these same people can recommend you in the future. I also have another incident where a lady had said, you know what, I think you're very much qualified for this program and I'm going to recommend you for it. And she recommended me for it and I got into the program. And when I got into the program, I recommended someone else and the person got into the program. So that is like a cycle of paying the good forward. Another incident is someone who I saw on a program. I said, look, I've been wanting to be part of this ecosystem, you know, I want to be part of this program. Can you please recommend me because I want to be? And there are some opportunities that if people do not recommend you for them, you cannot get them. Don't waste your time. They are not opportunities that are put out there for you to apply for. It is only based on recommendation. And so I asked this lady, please, can you recommend me? And she said, oh, no problem. It's been several months or going to a year since this lady said, I'll recommend you. And she never did. I'm not upset, but that's a typical example of a gatekeeper. Someone who knows that you need an opportunity, but holds it back from. And you have these people in your space. Today, I'm telling you, break off those relationships and focus on the people who provide the best of support that you need for your business, for your life, for your career. People who will rub off positively on you. Stop gatekeeping today. It's like witchcraft.